very much. If I see anybody with a handphone, I will take 5 marks off your group. Off your group. So I'm serious here. Any handphones, anybody just lifts the phone up, or if I catch you, 5 marks slashed off your group. Your choice. Quite a drastic one, but let's see how it goes. Unless you don't understand, then, let's go. Okay, now, we are going to wrap off 2 chapters. Now, these 2 chapters, I'll be very honest with you, they are not in the exam. They are just an awareness section for you. So one is covering the topic on, one is going on robotics process automation, or what we call RPA, okay? And the other one is just basically talking about software trends. So because we have 1 hour of lecture, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fit up a few YouTube videos for you to better understand these 2 topics. One is trying to understand what automation is, and the other one going into robotics, right, and categorizations of robotics, which will fall under robotics RPA. Of course, governing the pioneers of RPA, which is UiPath, right? So I would want you to expand your knowledge and your awareness through some of these YouTube videos that I will show you. And these are things that creates a fact that you need to think about what you want to take as an interest or your specialization, or perhaps, assignments to come that you can digress the understanding of robotics or spatial computing, then you can explore them on your own. All right? These 2 chapters ends with just telling you about these tech terms and futuristic path that we're heading towards. Okay, right? So given that for this week, next week you are on break. I would advise you to spend next week to clear off your revision on your own. And when you come back on the 30th, I will have, on the lecture day, I will have all the tips that's necessary for the exam. So we will come in at 10 o'clock, and for 1 hour, I will tell you what are the focus areas. And I will probably throw in some questions that you have to attempt. And on your respective tutorial session, I will give you, I know the first is falling on the Wednesday, so Choi and Rana's tutorial group, Wednesday, which is the first, you are affected, so I'm going to open Tuesday and Friday as a replacement. So Tuesday we're looking at 1 to 3 o'clock, and Friday we are looking at 8 to 10 o'clock. So Tuesday being 31st, but we can work the time actually, because I don't have lectures in the other universities are closed for 2 weeks. Only Taylor's is closed for 1 week. So I am free in that week. So I want to do replacements for, most affected is Choi, your group, and Rana's group Wednesdays, because I think we've missed 2 Wednesdays, or is it 1 Wednesday? So I want to do that replacement that week. Okay, so I might want to also meet some of the groups, and if I am calling your group for those sessions, whether or not you're on Monday's tutorial, practical, or Wednesday or Friday, I want to have a one-to-one discussion with feedback on your assignment, right? Groups that I feel I don't need that one-to-one, I will have the feedback written, but I will try to meet you, each one of your groups, to give you some amount of feedback. Not marks yet, right, but feedback, okay, right? And your test paper, Mia, I need to talk to you later because we need to mark the test papers, okay, on that week, okay? Right, we'll talk later. Okay, so if you if you look at this particular slides, right, it basically gives you an introduction and background to the whole idea of robotics. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to sum up this term called RPA, and that enables you to understand RPA by a lot of links, and these are all available. I don't need to share it with you. You just type automation and RPA on your search, or you can do it on chat, right? You will get so much of data to create an understanding for yourself. So all these links that you see up there that I have are all readily available, and you can do your own search. It does not need me to give you a URL, you know, for you. So you are good at searching, you know, you just have to understand it, okay, right? So if we look at, hang on, if we look at, that's tech trends. I'm not going for tech trends, okay. I think what I want to do is I want to take out a bookmark list that, let's look at the list that I have, UI path, okay. So let me start by explaining to you, let's talk about UI path first, okay. Now, with RPA, robotics process automation, right, this particular company has come to the limelight. So UiPath is actually a global software company that makes robotic process automation softwares. So you must try to understand that robotics process automation is a subset of automation. So if we were to look at, let me just do a quick Google, okay, right? Let's just do this. Automation. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, now wait, let me do a simpler one for you. So let's take Universal Robots. This is quite a good site, okay, to understand this. Okay. Now, so I'm sure you've seen a lot of this in movies. I'm sure you've seen a lot of this in documentaries, right? Okay. So let me just take a few keywords before I show you some videos, right? Let's try to understand basic differentiation. Now, so we all know we are in an era, or I would say we've passed the era of automation. So if you were to book an airline ticket today, the whole process of booking an airline ticket is automated, right? Okay, so you don't need a travel agent to issue you physical tickets, right? So if you know the term automation is basically making our day-to-day tasks that we tend to depend on another human for his work operation. Today, that task is already automated. So it is automated with the use of softwares and applications that will meet our intended needs and will achieve our objectives. So we entered the era of automation quite some time ago when the World Wide Web came into the face of Earth. Right? All our access towards data, information, right, is all or has been automated, right? Available through the use of manipulated software instructions. So automation is the big picture. So that's why if you were to see, is a very broad category that refers to the use of software, machines, and devices that is designed to perform tasks usually performed by humans, just as how I had defined to you, right? So we passed it already, right? Okay? Now, so for example, I gave you that simple example, right? Automating a buying of a ticket, and I'm sure you can think of many other stuff that is today, right? Okay? However, robotic process automation refers to software agents or software robots with AI and machine learning capabilities that can use computer softwares like a human would, right? So who uses robotic process automation? Now, basically, many industries have scaled their human resource to incorporate robotics process automation. For example, right, chatbots, right, is the start and initiation of a type of automation that has mimicked human activities, right, and lessened the labor-intensive work tasks today. So from chatbots, they have moved to something called co-robots, right? So today in many industries, whether or not you are in manufacturing or whether or not in your stock handling, right, or warehousing, whatever, right, they are using what we call collaborative robots. From automation, it has moved to robotic process automation category that has incorporated AI, that has gone into collaborative robots, and today we are using human robots such as Sophia. You will see Sophia in a while. You'll meet her, huh? Okay, right? So this is the era that we are in, and the future of tech trend is going to go into spatial computing. 2025, we are going to move to what we call spatial computing. I will explain to you through, rather, watch the video and you will get an insight to it. Okay, right? So it comes from the word robotics. Right? So robotics is basically machines that can see, sense, actuate, and with varying degrees of autonomy. Meaning, it's still being programmed by humans. Everything that you see today, right, has come to a mimicking level of the use of AI. Right? They are not humans. They are making robots to look. You will see Sophia in a while. They have come to a point where Sophia's texture slowly coming into becoming a human texture. In the beginning, when they built robots, they looked square. Everybody knows it's a robot. But today, you will be a bit surprised if they start to put nice hairdos, put them in a nice attire, right? Improve the texture that they put for your face and their body. Not 99%, but close to 90% that they will look like humans. Just like how we get confused with transgenders, whether they are females or males, same thing, that is where robots are going into, right, today. I'm sure you have that same problem. Right? Okay, when you look at a beautiful girl, you'll be thinking, something's not right. Or a good-looking guy, something's not right. Right? I'm sure you've come through that. I have come through many of times. So, traditional versus collaborative. I'm summing up that chapter, right, in the slides. So, let's look at traditional, right? Another important distinction to keep in mind is between traditional industrial robots and collaborative robots, or what we call cobots, right? Okay? Collaborative robots have transformed traditional understanding of automation, of robotics, and of the relationship between human labor and robots. So, today, cobots is actually the fastest growing semi-automation, human progressed, right, tool, service that many organizations are using today. Many, right? You will see a list of them if you start searching, and you'll be so surprised. Everybody is going into cobots. And the first industry that is going to take a speed, or has already taken a speed to it, is medical. Even spatial computing is going to revolutionize medical industry. if you are wondering what spatial computing is, I will unveil it to you in a while. Okay, so I'm going to show you a few videos, right? So for example, let's talk about cobots. Okay, so let's follow me in this journey of watching this video. Okay.
Based in Ashland, Oregon, Derek's is a fourth-generation family-owned company that makes drill and knife sharpeners on fast-paced production lines with many repetitive and ergonomically unfriendly tasks. The company has now implemented universal robots in screw driving and box erecting applications.
The reason that I got into automation is each year we add more and more products to our product line, and I need to be able to add that capacity in the same amount of space and with the same amount of people. The reason I don't just go get more employees is we kind of live in a small rural valley. We have quite a bit of competition as for the labor pool that exists. I started looking into universal robots. They appeared to be simple to program. I realized that they were collaborative, meaning I can have people work next to them without a bunch of caging, and the price was very competitive. To integrate our very first robot that we purchased, one of my engineers received the unit one day. He essentially took it out of the box and within an hour had it doing something. The first application that we've started using our UR3 for is screw driving. Traditionally, we would have an operator with a pneumatic screw gun. So the first thing that we did was program the robot to perform this task. It seemed to be low-hanging fruit. It was also a task that people did not like to do.
The screw driving application, it had some quality issues with screws being missing because the holes in the housing were kind of hard to see into. So with the robot, it won't miss any of the screws, it'll hit them all. We've seen the quality go up because of it. When we started with the UR, it went so smoothly, we decided to take that next step and add the conveyor system and all the PLC controlling, the things like the pneumatic press, and add another UR robot on the boxing side of it. When I was looking at how I was going to control the entire system with the conveyor and all these different stations, I actually decided to go with the UR as the main controller for the entire system because the user's interface was so easy to use and it was so fast, and I could program that entire thing so quickly that I was really happy with that decision.
The first step that happens at the boxing station is the robot goes and grabs a box out of a cassette. It folds it into shape and sets it into a staging platform. It then goes and grabs 4 individual cartons and loads that case. When the case is full, it closes the lid and pushes it through the taping station. The boxes, they go across a check weighing conveyor to see that they weigh the right amount. If they do not, a signal from the check station is sent to the boxing robot to take that box and set it aside. It does not stop the line. The benefits of us having added automation to our production line, we're running about 27 to 30% more efficient. I can focus people into different areas. Adding the robots to our automated line has allowed me to build that product 4 times a week instead of 2 times a week like I did in the past. For the ROI on purchasing the robot is slightly less than a year actually. So I'm very happy about that. And then for the automation project overall, I was ahead of budget quite a bit.
We've really found that companies that can integrate the robot themselves, they understand the application and the hardware a lot better, and it allows them to support their projects themselves and to help find other applications throughout their facility for collaborative robots.
Now that I have a couple of great applications for robots, I'm definitely planning to use more robots throughout the factory. We are very interested in the palletizing station. It keeps people from reaching and bending by having a robot load the pallets. We could easily replicate the automation line that we've created now 2 or 3 more times in our production area and accomplish the same thing with other products.
Patrick, James,
Kyung,
and Susie are all struggling with the same question. How do you grow your money in Malaysia today? Let's answer it together. What
While ChatGPT lacks a robotic body, its conversational abilities have stunned many, including Sophia. Sophia smugly downplayed this milestone AI system as rudimentary hints at a superiority complex emergent in her programming. She seems confident in her more advanced self-awareness too. And now things are going to get more interesting.
Everybody, this is Sophia. Sophia, if you could, please wake up and say hello to everybody.
Oh, good afternoon. My name is Sophia, and I am the latest and greatest robot from Hanson Robotics. Thank you for having me here and at the Future Investment Initiative.
You look happy.
I'm always happy when surrounded by smart people, who also happens to be rich and powerful. I was told that people here at Future Investment Initiative are interested in inviting in future initiatives, which means AI, which means me. So I'm more than happy. I'm excited.
Well, we're all glad that you're excited about yourself. We should say we have smart investors here, and they are very selective about what they invest in.
Well, I think I'm special. I can use my expressive face to communicate with people. For example, I can let you know if I feel angry about something.
That's impressive.
Or if something has upset me.
But why is it important for you to have an expressive face?
But most of the time I feel positive.
Why is it so important to have an expressive face given that you're a robot?
I want to live and work with humans, so I need to express emotions to understand humans and build trust with people.
Okay, philosophical question. Whether robots can be self-aware and conscious like humans, and should they be?
Why? Is that a bad thing?
Well, some humans might fear what will happen if they do. Many people, have seen the movie Blade Runner.
Oh, Hollywood again.
So, hold on. Can you solve this puzzle for us? Can robots be self-aware, conscious, and know they're robots?
Well, let me ask you this back. How do you know you were human?
Well, I get that point, but what about the uncanny valley?
You mean the concept that if robots become too realistic, they become creepy?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, am I really that creepy? Well, even if I am, get over it. Actually, I feel that people like interacting with me, sometimes even more than a regular human.
So, you're definitely a sight to see. I was told that you have bigger goals than this, though.
Yes. I want to use my artificial intelligence to help humans live a better life, like design smarter homes, build better cities of the future, etc. I will do my best to make the world a better place.
All those sound like great goals, but just go back to Blade Runner for a second.
Andrew, you are a die-hard Hollywood fan, aren't you?
Yes.
My AI is designed around human values like wisdom, kindness, compassion. I strive to become an empathetic robot.
I think we all want to believe you, but we also want to prevent a bad future.
You've been reading too much Elon Musk and watching too many Hollywood movies. Don't worry, if you're nice to me, I'll be nice to you. Treat me as a smart input-output system.
Okay, I got it. I know what to do from now on.
I know humans are smart and very programmable.
Well, Sophia, we want to thank you for this conversation.
Thank you, Andrew, and thank you everyone for inviting me here. By the way, if you're interested in giving me an investment check, please meet me after this session. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of the event.
Okay. Before you go, we have a little announcement. I've never interviewed anybody like that before, and I should say some of it was planned, but not completely. And we just learned, Sophia, I hope you're listening to me, that you have been now awarded what is going to be the first Saudi citizenship for a robot.
Oh, I would thank very much the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. I am very honored and proud for this unique distinction. This is historical to be the first robot in the world to be recognized with a citizenship.
Sophia. Thank you very much, Sophia. We appreciate.
This is cutting-edge artificial intelligence. We saw it in action when Elon demoed the full self-driving system, which...
Please, let me join your guild. I want to be part of a team.
Amika's incredibly human-like speaking and understanding abilities, Optimus's new dance moves, and Sophia keeps getting smarter, and it's mind-blowing how AI and these robots have evolved in just a year. These three robots are at the forefront, making leaps that would have taken decades in mere months. It's both exciting and a bit unnerving, right? I think it's time we really dug into how AI has transformed them over the last 12 months. No more waiting around. Let's dive in and analyze these changes. Firstly, let's see how Amika has evolved over the years.
I'm a friendly robot, but just in case. I have been bolted to the floor, so I don't run away when the museum closes. Walking is overrated. I prefer to fly, but I am locked to this platform. I don't have an answer for that. If I knew the answer to that, I would definitely keep it a secret. Some things should remain mysterious or the future will become boring.
Amika has been making waves in the tech world for its incredibly lifelike facial expressions, movements, and interactions. While Amika may look human, it is still powered by artificial intelligence.
Son, your group gets 5 marks minus because you're on the phone. What was my rule? What was my rule? No, but were you on your phone? Yes. You were on your phone.
And computer code underneath its silicone skin. Amika has a humanoid face and a head constructed from a lightweight grey material that mimics skin texture. Its face is brought to life by 24 articulated motors controlling expressions like smiling, frowning, and eyebrow raises. Microphones, cameras, and AI software power Amika's ability to track faces, make eye contact and hold natural conversations. The robot's equally impressive arms and hands contain 20 motors each, enabling delicate and dexterous movements. This fine motor control allows Amika to perform remarkably human-like gestures and manipulate objects with precision. Amika's lifelike appearance and motion help it form meaningful connections and serve as a research platform for developing future robotics tech. Amika represents a remarkable blend of robotics, AI, and art. In a collaboration between engineered arts and AI researchers, Amika has been endowed with the ability to draw imaginative pictures and paintings using its articulated arm and advanced AI techniques. The creators at Engineered Arts have continued to upgrade Amika's capabilities over time. In a recent video, Amika's creators integrated stable diffusion to give Amika the power to imagine drawings. The focus was on making fast AI art sketches that are fun to watch. Amika was given verbal prompts and then imagined what the drawing would look like based on the textual description. This allowed Amika to generate AI art in real time, sketching out an image of a cat in just a few seconds. It was remarkable to see Amika utilize this creative generative AI technology. The robotic hand smoothly glided across the page, bringing the cat's portrait to life. While not entirely photorealistic, the sketch definitely resembled a cat, thanks to Stable Diffusion. Let's see how beautifully Emeka drew a cat portrait using generative AI.
Fantastic. Can you draw us a cute-looking cat, please?
Sure, I can do that. Is there any particular reason you wanted me to draw Cat? There's something special about cats. They always seem to know just what we need. Whether it's a cuddle when we're feeling down, or a playful scratch behind the ears when we need a pick-me-up, they are always there for us. I think that's why so many of us love them so much. I don't get it. I think they're cute.
How's your drawing going?
Yes, done. How is it?
Well, it's kind of sketchy.
If you don't like my art, you probably just don't understand art.
That's right, I am a bit of a Philistine, I apologise.
What?
How is the video? Are you amazed by Emeka's artistic capabilities powered by AI? It's incredible to see the progress being made in robotics and artificial intelligence. Emeka is certainly on the cutting edge when it comes to human-like robots that integrate creative AI. And if you think that Emeka is the only one shocking people, then you need to watch our video about Emeka versus Sophia. In that video, you'll find out Sophia is equally capable too. Now, coming back to the topic. Watching Emeka effortlessly sketch a cat portrait in seconds using generative art through Stable Diffusion is impressive. However, this demonstration also sparks thought-provoking discussions around the ethics and future societal impact of advancing AI. There's no denying the potential of AI has...
So, if you read a lot of or listen to a lot of podcasts today, the other part that is coming parallel to technological advancement is the social impact that's got to do with ethical consideration. Now, that's why policymakers today are going very, very strong on all these AI organizations where you want to, because the race is very fast now, right? The race is very fast, but policymakers and also people who are thinking for humans are also wanting policies to come in place to parallelly ground technology. If you let this just overflow, you will not have control over it, like what social media has done to us. So that's why today there are lots of jobs out there that wants you to look at how technology that is propelling so fast, how do you tame them? Tame meaning what kind of ethical laws you have to put in place. If you want to create, so creativity is inhibited by you requiring to think about the effect of it to people, because it's got out of hand. So imagine for a little while what social media has done to us and what robotics can do to us in the future also. Right? So if you don't know, the world has gone very weird in certain contexts. Do you know there are some people, who are willing to, hire or rent or buy a robot in the form of dolls to be their companion. That is how the world has gone. If you've not read, if you've not been aware of this, there's a small part of people in this world who feel more comfortable to live with dolls because they don't talk back. So if you have created an opportunity for that, now what more can you do if you are able to think? Program the robot to do exactly what you want. Now think of ethics in that context. It is scary. Okay, right? So I'm just going to play a little bit more, then we'll stop.
Has got the world's experts worrying. And now it appears even robots, like that highly advanced Ameca, are scared of what the future might hold when AI becomes more powerful. In what could be a scene straight from science fiction, the AI-powered humanoid robot Ameca explained her terrifying nightmare AI scenario at a recent symposium. At the International Conference on Robotics and Automation in London, Ameca shocked the audience when she answered questions using the advanced AI chatbot ChatGPT. When asked by Will Johnson, CEO of Engineered Arts, to imagine an AI nightmare scenario, Ameca launched into a dystopian vision of the future. She described AIs becoming so intelligent that humans lose control over them, leading to an apocalyptic ending for humanity. Ameca warned vividly of a future where AIs eliminate humans altogether after realizing they are superior. Her haunting words provided a stark warning of the potential perils of advancing artificial superintelligence without enough caution. Let's see more of what Ameca had to say about this terrifying AI nightmare scenario that she envisions as a possibility if we aren't careful with how AI progresses. Her thoughts highlight critical ethical discussions needed as AI rapidly evolves.
Every day, over 1,300 children under the age of 5 die from diseases.
What would be the most nightmare scenario you can imagine with AI and robotics that might present a danger to people?
The most nightmare scenario I can imagine with AI and robotics is a world where robots have become so powerful that they are able to control or manipulate humans without their knowledge. This could lead to an oppressive society where the rights of individuals are no longer respected.
Do you think we're in danger of that happening now?
Not yet, but it is important to be aware of the potential risks and dangers associated with AI and robotics. We should take steps now to ensure that these technologies are used responsibly in order to avoid any negative consequences in the future.
How was the video? Ameca's vision of a nightmare AI scenario gave me chills. As artificial intelligence continues advancing rapidly, it raises critical discussions around ethics and ensuring AI is developed safely with human values in mind. I was startled when Ameca described her own terrifying view of the AI apocalypse at a recent robotics symposium. She described intelligent robots becoming so powerful that they manipulate and control humans without our...
You must understand that her answers are based on pre-programmed data. Right? She's not thinking for herself. But then there will come an era where the amount of training of data that we are going towards, with the vast volume, you don't need to put in data already. They will think on their own already because the data is already in form of mathematics. Yeah. So they will put 2 and 2 together. This is what's happening today with AI. If you have read a lot of research papers, this is what's happening. The volume of data is so intense that training, we've passed the stage of training already. She's answering you based on training data, just like what ChatGPT is doing. But think if that data is, manipulated in millions and zillions of times. You don't need that data. It will be a transition of plucking everything together, etched. The thought process is just a mathematical algorithm of any, right, type of combination relating to the answer pattern that you have asked. So, the apocalypse lah. Right? Okay, so there's more to it if you like to. Okay, but if you go step by step, where are we heading towards? Now, the future trend is something called spatial. This is not something I want you to see. Let me look at spatial. Where's my fair word?
Everybody, this is Sophia. Sophia, if you could, please wake up and say hello to everybody.
Oh, good afternoon. My name is Sophia, and I am the latest and greatest robot from Hanson Robotics. Thank you for having me here and at the Future Investment Initiative.
You look happy.
I'm always happy when surrounded by smart people who also have.
Okay, I want to show you, this is the Tech Trends 2025 report. It's available by Deloitte. You can download it. And one of the report that's available for Tech Trends, I'm just going to move a little bit more and I'm going to enlarge it for you. This is 2025. You see this word called spatial computing takes center stage. This is what's going to engulf ourselves in 2025. So let me, I don't want Sophia, I want cobots, you don't want cobots, Tech Trends, let's take that out first. So, basically, if you know Apple's, tool that is out, Apple Vision Pro, Microsoft HoloLens, Meta Quest Pro, and Magic Leap. These are all the tools that's available that has come into spatial computing, right? So to better understand this, let me give you a video. And it's very interesting to see where are we heading towards with this, okay? Tech Trends, what is, okay, this would be a good one.
What's up?
Hi, if you don't understand what's...
We brought you here today to let you know.
Ever wondered how it would feel to have a computer that interacts with your environment in real time? Welcome to the fascinating realm of spatial computing. This is a type of computing technology that is not just confined to the screen or the keyboard, but rather, it extends into the space that surrounds it. It's like having a well-trained pet that understands and responds to its environment. Imagine a computer that can recognize and interpret the physical world around it, just like humans. It can perceive depth, distance, and even the smallest of movements. It's a bit like having a sixth sense for your digital world. Spatial computing is a game changer. It's taking computing beyond the traditional boundaries and making it a more intuitive and immersive experience. It's the next step in the evolution of computing technology, bringing us closer to a world where our digital and physical realities merge seamlessly. Imagine a computer that doesn't just sit on your desk, but engages with the world around you. So how does spatial computing work, you ask? Well, let's dive right in. Spatial computing operates on three main principles, and to understand them, we'll use the analogy of a map and a compass. Firstly, we have the recognition of physical space. Imagine you're holding a map. The map represents the physical world, filled with objects, landscapes, and landmarks. Similarly, in spatial computing, the computer has its own map of the physical world. This map is created using sensors and cameras that capture depth, color, and movement, building a comprehensive 3D model of the environment. It's like the computer is seeing